I'm ElyJoz, and you are now in tune to Mind Clarity. Today we'll be talking about how to live a balanced life. Now, I'm going to be honest, the name was just clickbait because today we're actually talking about how life is imbalanced. Like, there's no true balance in life. There's only imbalance, The real balance in life is to be in balance. That's why people always say the good always outweighs the bad, right? Because you're not supposed to have the same amount of negativity and the same amount of positivity. You're supposed to overpower that negativity with your positivity because there is no true balance. You're not supposed to have 50% negativity and 50% positivity. You're supposed to be 100% positive and 0% negative, or 20% negative and 80% positive, A lot of people want to know how they live a balanced life, and I'm here to tell you that there is no balance in life. There's only imbalance, You're not supposed to have the same bad as the same amount of good you have in your life. You're supposed to overpower the bad with the good. That comes with being grateful. That comes with seeing the good part of life, or that's choosing happiness instead of sadness, That's choosing success instead of accepting failure, because it's the same amount. It's just what you choose, Positivity and negativity is the same amount. It's just what you choose. And if I'm being honest, positivity is way more than negativity. But negativity is a more tangible feeling. You can really feel when you're being negative. But sometimes being positive just feel like you're being lightweight, or you just feel like life is just so good, and you're not used to that feeling, so you don't really know that you're being positive or you're a positive person, But you can feel when you're being negative, because it's a more tangible feeling. So understand that there is no true balance in life. There's only imbalance, The good is always supposed to outweigh the bad. Trying to balance out your life will only prevent you from reaching your full potential. Because if you're trying to be the greatest in something, but you're trying to make sure that, the same amount of greatness I have in me, the same amount of deception or the same amount of devastation that I have is not going to help you reach to where you're trying to go. It's going to always keep you at a lower level, really, because you trying to balance out your life, you're going to be focused on both when you're only supposed to be focused on being great. If bad things come along the journey, then you handle it. But you having the mindset of this great thing is going to come with the same amount of bad things, it's going to fuck up your life, and it's going to mess up your mind, and it's going to mess up your journey, because as your life is going good and as it's progressing, you're always going to have that mindset that, something bad might come. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing to think about, but if you're focused on that, then that bad thing might just come just because you're focused on it. So understand that you're supposed to overpower that bad thing with 100 good things. Overpower the negativity with 100 positive things. You're supposed to outweigh the bad with the good. There is no balance in life. There's only imbalance. I really understand if you're trying to balance out your life, and you're trying to balance out your work life and your real life, and you're trying to balance out your social life, and you're trying to balance out your business, and you're trying to balance, it's going to stretch you all type of places. Like, if you're trying to give 25% to your work, you're trying to give 25% to your business, you're trying to give 25% to your peers, or you're trying to give 25% to your spouse, you don't stretch yourself out to the point where you have nothing left. But if you prioritize, the best way to live a balanced life is to prioritize what's more important. If you have a job, but you also have a business, what's more important? You might feel like your job is more important because your job is probably funding your business, but your business is more important because your business is going to help you from leaving that job. So if you go to work and you come home and you don't put more hours than you do at your job, or you don't put more energy, you don't have to work 8 hours on your business just because you work 8 hours on your job, You just have to put more energy into your business than you do at your job. Because a lot of times you could be on the clock for 8 hours and do nothing and get home, and you put in all that energy into your business, and your business save you from that job. So there is no true balance. You have to prioritize. If you feel like your business is a priority over this job, then live like it, Once you get off of work on your business. Give your business more energy than you give your job, And you're not even supposed to overextend yourself or burn yourself out for a job that will easily replace you. You know, I know you probably might need it because you have bills and things, or you have a business to fund, but understand that the more energy you put into your job is the less energy you have for your business. And I'm not saying you can't put in more energy than your job into your business. I'm saying that on the average person after they get off of work, they be feeling tired, or they feel like they don't have to do nothing else because they already went to work. But in reality, you have to prioritize your business over your job. Use your job as a stepping stone. Don't put too much energy into your job. Do what's necessary. Do not overextend yourself for that job, because they will easily replace you, or they're just going to reward you with more work, you know, but you need that energy to work on your business after you clock out. So understand that the best way to live a balanced life is to prioritize, which will make it imbalance, because if you're prioritizing, you're understanding that this weighs more than this, which means there is an imbalance. But in that imbalance, you will feel balanced. Why? Because this is what you actually want to do. If you actually want to better your business and you put more energy into your business than to your job, you're going to feel balanced. You're going to feel good. But if you're trying to balance out your job and your business, you're not going to feel good. You're going to feel like you're stretching yourself out. Why? Because you're trying to give 50% to your job and 50% to your business. But you have to imbalance it and give it like 25% to your job and 75% to your business, and you will feel way better. You know, people try to balance out their social life and their personal life, but you have to prioritize what matters more to you. You have to ask yourself what matters more to you. You know, what's a priority to you, not to life. You know, in life, they want to make it seem like you have to have a balanced life, like a balanced work life, a balanced social life, a balanced this, a balanced that. But that's just improper guidelines they put for the masses. You know, be yourself. You know, find out what works for you. And 9 times out of 10, prioritizing is what works for you, because that's what focuses on what's better for you. And if not talking to people is better for you, then you have to diminish that. You know what I mean? And work on yourself personally. You can't be trying to work on yourself and have a social life, you know. You can, but you're going to feel stretched out. You feel me? That's why sometimes you hear people say, you know, sometimes I need time to recharge. You know, my social battery is out. Why? Because that's real. Like, you could feel drained just by talking to people or talking to too much people. And the only time you're going to feel that drain is when you're done talking to people and you're trying to pour things into yourself. And you're like, damn, why am I feeling like this? Or why I feel like I'm out of energy? Or why do I feel like I need to rest before I can start working on myself? It's because you're trying to have a balanced life. You're supposed to have an imbalanced life. You're supposed to prioritize your personal life over your social life, because your social life is always going to be there. Them folks you want to talk to is always going to be there. They're not going nowhere. That thing you want to do is always going to be there. That club is always going to be there. Now, it might not be the same when you get to there. Like, the person you want to talk to might not be the same. You know, they might feel some type of way because you picked yourself over them and you prioritize your life and what you have to do in life over talking to them. So they might feel some type of way. But at that point, they're not a priority. You are a priority. So once you realize that, you can go back to prioritizing your life. You know, it won't really affect you that much. You know, it might make you feel some type of way, but it's not going to make you try to put them over you. Why? Because you already made yourself a priority. You feel me? But if you're trying to balance out your life and this person's making you feel like you're not talking to them as much, or this person's making you feel like you're a bad person for trying to better your life instead of talking to them, then you're at a greater risk to put them over you. Why? Because the energy is right there. If you're going 50-50 with yourself and the person, then if they say something and it makes you feel bad, you might just put them over you, right? But if you already prioritize yourself and you already number one over them, and you already understand that there is no balance in life, you know, if I want to get to where I'm trying to go in life, I have to prioritize my life over my social life. Feel me? So when they say something and they make you feel some type of way, but you will already prioritize your life and your business, it's not going to affect you. It might make you feel some type of way, but you're going to keep going and you're going to keep prioritizing your life, regardless of what people say, because you understand that there is no balance in life. You can't be wealthy and poor at the same time. You can't be rich and poor at the same time. You feel me? There's no balance. You can't be good and bad, you know. Everybody has good and bad in them, but it's just what you choose to express. You feel me? Like me, I mastered myself to the point where I understand that I have good and I have bad in me. But on a day-to-day basis, I prioritize good. You feel me? I could always bring out the bad side, but it's not worth it and it's not needed, you know? And it feels better to be good. If I was trying to balance out the good and the bad in me, I wouldn't feel as good, right? But since I'm prioritizing positivity in my life, I feel way better. And anything negative that happens to me is on the bottom, so my positivity is already yay high. So anything negative, it doesn't even affect the positivity because I understand that there is no balance in life. So if anything negative happens, I overcharge my positivity and I diminish the negativity that just happened, you know? You have to outweigh the bad with the good. You feel me? So understand that you won't get anywhere in life trying to balance out your life, you know? You have to have more of one thing to have less of the other. You have to have more money to have less poverty. You feel me? You have to have more wisdom to have less mistakes. So you can't really balance out nothing in life. You're supposed to prioritize everything. What matters most to you? What is going to get you closer to what you're trying to do in life, you know? Ask yourself what invests in your business and what takes away from your business. Ask yourself what invests into your mental health and what takes away from your mental health, you know? If somebody is affecting your mental health, but you're strong enough to still be cordial with them, then that means you're trying to balance out your life, you know? You're trying to balance out the good in you and the bad in them, which is going to drain you. You feel me? Because you're trying to pour into the bad side and the good side. But if you prioritize your positivity and your positive health and your peace, then you will understand that this negative person just might have to go. You know, because I'm not trying to live a balanced life. I'm trying to live a positive life. You feel me? I'm trying to live a good life. I'm not trying to have the same amount of good and the same amount of bad. Because at any good moment, I could go to being bad, you know? If you're trying to balance out your life with positive and negative, at any given moment, you could go fully negative. So that's why I say that you'll never reach your full potential trying to balance out your life. Because at any given moment, you could be living life, doing your thing, but you're balancing it out, right? You're balancing out your greatness and your failures or the bad things about you, you know? You're balancing out the positivity and negativity. And you can get to a point where you're right there at the threshold and you slip up and then you go all the way down to negative because you're trying to balance it out or because you tried to balance it out this whole time. But if you're focused on positivity and you're focused on the good in your life, ain't no way this negative thing can affect what you're doing in your life because you're focused on positivity, you're focused on progress, you're focused on moving forward, you're focused on the better things in life, you know. Nobody said bad things isn't going to happen. It's just, are you focused on it? Are you holding on to it? Are you dwelling on it? You feel me? Are you sitting in your sorrow? Are you just sitting there in your depression? A lot of people feel like they have no choice but to be depressed or stressed or whatever. That's because they have an imbalance in their life, you know. The same way people have more negativity in their life than positivity is the same way you can have more positivity in your life than negativity, you know. But a lot of people don't really open their eyes or open their minds to see that that is a possibility, you know. Because I used to be a very negative person, so I had to open my mind to the positive side of life. And when I understand that you can't be negative and positive, you know, that doesn't work. I overpowered my negativity with positivity, you know. I didn't get rid of my negativity. My negative side is still inside of me. It's just, there's no point in me showing that if I want to live a positive life, you know. It could come out when it's needed, but if I want to live a positive life, if I want to live a very fruitful life, then there's no point of me walking around being negative. Like, that just attracts more negativity. But if I stay positive through whatever and I always keep that positive mindset, then that's what I'm going to always attract. I'm going to always attract positivity. I'm going to always attract good opportunities. You know, I'm going to always attract good energy. You feel me? Good guidance. But if you're sitting in your negativity and you accept it, like, okay, my life is bad, but I'm gonna try to, balance it out with some good. No, you have to imbalance that. Once you realize or once you accept that your life is not as good as you want it to be, you're not supposed to try to balance it out. You're supposed to overpower it. If you feel like you're a bad person, don't try to balance it out with some good. Overpower it with all the good. You feel me? I'm not saying let go of the bad person, because in this world, you got to have a little bad in you. I'm not going to lie. You got to have a little dark side to you, but you don't have to express it, And it's to the point with me is that I'm so positive now that some people don't really believe that I have a bad side. You feel me? Like, if you don't know me and you just not meeting me, you wouldn't believe that I went through what I went through when I was younger. You don't believe that I came from the hood or whatever. But it's like, I did, but I don't want to express that to people because there's no point. I don't want to attract no negativity. So I always show my good side. You feel me? I'm always positive. I always have a positive mindset. But if it comes down to it, I can show you my bad side, And the crazy thing is, I'm better at being bad than good, I could be bad subconsciously, but I have to consciously be good every day, When I first started being positive, I had to implement positive thoughts every day. I had to be positive. I had to carry positive energy. I had to do everything positive, But with me, being bad comes first nature. You feel me? So if I didn't find that imbalance and overpower my negativity with positivity, I wouldn't be where I am today in life, So understand that I had to prioritize my positivity over my negativity, and whatever comes with it. Because once you start to change, things is going to come, nothing's going to stay the same. So once you start to change, things are going to come to try to make you stay the same. So you have to overpower that with your prioritization, Yes, I'm changing and this thing wants me to stay the same, but I understand that my priority is to change and be positive, This thing might be pulling me by my shirt or pulling my tail back, but I have to understand that I have to keep going regardless of what is pulling me back so I can live the positive life that I want. There's no such thing as living a positive and negative life, The yin yang, yeah, it's the thing, and yeah, it's equal, but you understand that in the moment, there is only one stronger than the other. You could be light in one moment and be dark in another, but you can't be light and dark. You could have the darkness in you, but express the light, or you could have the light in you and express the dark. You can't express the darkness and light. It's going to confuse you and your energy. You have to really focus on what matters most, what's better for you, not for the people around you, not for life in general. What matters most to you, what's bettering for you. I mean, what's bettering your life and what's bringing you closer to your dreams and your priorities, what's bringing you closer to your goals and your checkpoints in life and what you got to do or what you want to do in life, There's no such thing as balancing social life and personal life, There comes a point where you have to pick yourself over social life. And you always hear that people that achieve greatness, they always have to go through a period of isolation or a period of them being with themselves. Why? Because they understand that they had to prioritize their life over their social life, and they don't care what comes with it, because if somebody else understands what you're doing, they will understand why you're doing it. But if somebody that is negative is seeing you trying to be positive and they don't understand that the imbalance in life, you're supposed to be more positive than negative, then they're not going to accept what you're doing. You feel me? They're going to think you changed on them, or they're going to think that you think that you're better than them, or you feel like they're holding you back and stuff. When in reality, you are holding me back if you want me to stay the same. But a lot of people don't want to take accountability, and a lot of people don't really want to look like the bad guy to better their life, because they understand that if they better their life, they might have to leave some people behind. So understand that you have to prioritize your life regardless. That's the best way to live a balanced life, is to be in balance and prioritize what's best for you. What's your best move? You feel me? If buying that drink is not your best move, but you want to validate your feelings and get that drink to make you feel good, you're not prioritizing your life. You're trying to live a balanced life, If you going shopping is going to make you feel better, but it's going to take away money from your investment for your business, you're not prioritizing your life. You're trying to live a balanced life. You feel me? If you going out every weekend, it's making you feel good. It's making you feel like you live in a very lit life, but it's taking away time from your business. It's taking away time from your priorities and your purpose and your passion. You're trying to live a balanced life, and it's not going to get you nowhere. You're not going to reach your full potential. You're trying to balance out your livelihood and your business. You have to pick one of the two and focus on it, and then it'll come along, Because like I said, the parties are always going to be there. The women are always going to be there. The dudes are always going to be there. Your friends, and I know that's what comes down to it, Sometimes when you're ready to prioritize your life, you think about your friends, and you're like, damn, if I prioritize my life, I might lose a lot of friends. That's just what comes with life, Unless you want to live a balanced life and not reach your full potential, then you might have to leave some people behind, or you might have to distance yourself. And I feel like it's not the point where you leave people behind. I feel like people leave you before you leave them. Because you could distance yourself from somebody and they take it personal and feel like you left them, and then they completely detach themselves from you. You're just distancing yourself because you want to prioritize your life and you want to better your life. But a lot of people take change personally. Why? Because they can't change themselves. You feel me? So it's like, who does this person think he is? Changing himself so he could better himself. Like, I want him to stay the same just like me. I want him to stay negative like me. I want him to stay in the same negative situation like me. Why is he trying to better himself? But if they will understand and they will open their minds and see that maybe this guy's doing this because of this, maybe this is better than what I'm doing right now. Until they really open their mind and really understand that you have to prioritize things to get to where you're trying to go in life, they're not going to understand you. Nobody's going to understand you but you. Nobody's going to understand your reason, your purpose. Nobody's going to understand why you do what you do every day until they really have that understanding into themselves, Somebody that's running a race is not going to understand why you walk. Somebody in a wheelchair is not going to understand why you run. You feel me? Like, if they're not really in the same category mentally as you, or if they're not on the same journey as you, they won't have the same understanding as you. Nobody's going to understand why your drive is so crazy or why you prioritize things so much over other things until they start prioritizing things. And they're going to be like, oh, this is why he used to do this, or this is why he's doing this, because this is what's right. You have to prioritize your life to get to where you're trying to go. You can't be walking and your homeboy in a wheelchair and you trying to go the same speed as him. You feel me? That's not going to work. You can't be walking and your homeboy in a car and y'all trying to go the same speed. That's not going to work. You feel what I'm saying? So you really have to prioritize yourself, and you really have to understand that you have to distance yourself from people or from things in general, and you have to distance yourself from certain mindsets or certain feelings or certain validations to get to where you're trying to go in life. You can't be trying to better your life but also validate your feeling that you need to go out this Friday. It's not going to work. You can't be trying to invest in your business and you feel like you need to go on a shopping spree to make your mood become better. It's not going to work. There's no balance. You have to pick something over the next. Really. Just like you picked negativity, you can pick positivity. And you trying to live a balanced life is actually already imbalanced. You're trying to hold on to this negative thing. You're actually putting more energy into holding on to this negative thing than to being positive. Because you trying to be positive, sometimes it comes naturally. Like, once you really accept that you're going to change for the better, it starts becoming natural. But you trying to hold on to this negative thing, you're using more energy holding on to this negative thing than it is to rising your positivity. Because as you're rising your positivity, you have to hold on to this negative thing. So you're using positive energy to hold on to this negative energy, which means you're using more energy for no reason. Let that negative thing go, bro. Prioritize your positivity. Prioritize your life. Prioritize your business. Prioritize your health, your mental health, your peace, So really understand that you trying to live a balanced life is going to stop you from reaching your goals. Because you can't achieve your goals and still be chasing hoes. Like, you can't achieve your goals and you still worried about what this person is saying, or you worried about your friend that feels like you're distant, or you worried about your mom that feel like you don't listen to them. Like, you have to prioritize yourself at the highest point, because you're not going to get nowhere by trying to please everybody. You know, you trying to live a balanced life is like trying to please everybody. You can't please everybody. You can only make yourself happy, right? So why are you trying to hold on to everything in life? Why are you trying to give everything an even amount of energy? You're trying to give the job 25. You're trying to give yourself 25. You're trying to give your business 25. You're trying to give your spouse 25, you know? You feel me? That's not going to work. Why? Because you're stretching yourself out too thin. And you're trying to please everything in your life. You're not supposed to please everything in your life. You're supposed to please what's best for you. You have to prioritize what's best for you. You know, you have to put yourself first, and you have to put your life first. You have to put your business first. You have to put your mental health first. You have to put your inner peace first, you know. Prioritize your life, you know. I'm not saying being a dickhead, but don't let people make you feel like you're a bad person for bettering your life and taking the initiative to be a positive person or to be a better person in general, you know, because a lot of people, they don't want you to change because they want you to stay the same, just like they're staying the same. So when they see you changing, they're going to start saying things, or they might say slick remarks, or they might throw shade or whatever, but you're not supposed to let that affect you. Why? Because if you prioritize positivity, their negativity is way under you. So for you to be affected by this negativity, you'd have to lower yourself to their level, right? But if you stay on your positive high horse, their negativity is not going to affect you. You know, you might feel some type of way for like a split second, but then you're going to remind yourself like that person is just being negative, or they just projecting themselves, or they're projecting their insecurities onto me. They probably feel like they can't change, so they don't want me to change, you know? They probably like, damn, this person changed it, why I can't change? I'm going to try to stop them from changing so I don't have to feel bad about me not changing. Feel me? So understand that your friends could stop you from prioritizing your life. And sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes that's just what they're used to. You know, if they're just used to the old you and they see you changing, they might not like it. Why? Because they might not resonate with the new you. They might resonate with the old you, but not the new you. So you and that person might have to distance themselves, and they might not like that. So they will want you to stay the same. So there won't be that much distance in between. You feel me? So there is no true balance. It's only imbalance. Prioritize. 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 You feel me? Pick what's best for you. And pick what's really best for you, not just validating your feelings. Pick what's going to get you closer to the checkpoints in your life, you know? Or pick something that's going to get you closer to your dreams or your goals or your end goal or your passion or your purpose. You know, prioritization is the key in life, you know? You can't be trying to live a fun life and put in work. You know, you're supposed to put in work, then have fun. Feel me? You can't have fun while working. You're supposed to work while having fun, or have fun, then work. You feel me? I'm not saying don't have fun, but don't try to balance it out. If you're at the job, work. If you're on the beach, enjoy the beach. I heard a saying before that goes, you know, when it's time to work, work. But when it's time to play, play. Which means that it's prioritizing what is in the moment. If you're putting in work in the moment, prioritize you putting in work. If it's time to have fun, prioritize you having fun. Don't think about work when you're having fun, because it's going to mess up your fun. You're going to feel like you're not having fun because you're thinking about work. You feel me? If you're on vacation to have fun, don't bring work with you, because you're not going to have fun. But if you're going somewhere and you already have the intentions that, you know, I'm going to enjoy myself, but I'm still going to put in a little work, then you could put in a little work. But if your intentions is to go somewhere and enjoy yourself, to be away from the office, and to enjoy life in general, do not bring work with you, because you have to prioritize your fun when you're having fun. But prioritize your work when you're working. You feel me? There's no balance to that. You can't work and have fun. You can't have fun and work. It's going to fuck up the work that you're doing, and it's going to fuck up the fun that you're having. So understand something always got to be below something. You just have to put something on that high horse. You choose what you put on that high horse. You feel me? If you choose to be negative, then that's just what's going to be on the high horse, negativity. But if you choose to be positive, then that's what's going to be on the high horse, is positivity. It's all up to you. What do you prioritize? You feel me? I'm here to tell you that there is no balance in life. There's only imbalance. That's why the world is on an axis. That's why the world is tilted. You feel me? That's why they say the good always outweighs the bad. Because in life, in reality, you have to prioritize. You have to put something under to get something above. You feel me? You have to let go of that negativity to acquire positivity. You have to let go of that poverty mindset to acquire a wealthy mindset. You feel me? You can't be trying to acquire a wealthy mindset and still trying to hold on to the poverty mindset. Hold on to the lessons that you learned from having a poverty mindset. But once you really take that initiative and take that step to become wealthy or have a wealthy mindset, you have to let go of that poverty mindset, unless it's going to drag you down. Because the more up you go and the more you're trying to bring this up, it's just going to keep dragging it down, up and down. But if you focus on going up, you have to prioritize going up regardless of where it's at. You feel me? You can't balance out your social life with your work life and your business with your peers and your purpose with your peers, or your purpose in the clubbing and this and that. You have to pick which one is more important to you. You have to pick which one is going to get you closer to your goals and your dreams, and it might hurt. It will hurt. You might feel some type of way. You might get lonely. But you're never alone if you're with yourself. If you're in your own company, you're never alone. If you're with your creator or the universe, you're never alone. You just physically feel alone because you're used to being around people. And you might feel like you're a bad person because other people will try to make you feel like you're a bad person just because you're trying to change for the better. People might call you lame now, or people might say you changed on them, or you feel like you're better than them, or all the type of things they might say. That's just to hold you back, because they see you going up. People won't be talking down on you if they don't see you going up. There's a saying that goes, you will only receive hatred from people doing less than you. You feel me? So if somebody doesn't want you to change, it's because they see the potential and they see you rising, they see you progressing. And they're like, fuck, if I don't do something right now, if I don't say something, they might leave me for good. You feel me? So understand that if you prioritize yourself and things start coming your way, that's a sign that you're doing great. You have to keep going. Do not fall victim to what they're saying, or do not fall victim to what they want you to do, or what they want you to come back to, or they want you to be the old you. Don't fall victim to it. Understand that for you to reach your full potential, you have to be in balance. You have to be more positive than negative. Regardless how you wake up, you have to get done what you have to get done. If you prioritize your purpose, when you wake up tomorrow and you don't feel like doing it, your purpose is your priority. So your feelings is under your purpose. So you're going to get it done regardless how you feel, how much energy you have, what your emotions feel like, regardless. So prioritization is like the major key in life. What's best for you in this moment. And the best way to make the best moves in life is prioritization. What's a priority? You feel me? Ask yourself, is this move aligned with my priority, or is this my priority move? Like, is this the best move to make right now to get me closer to where I'm trying to be in life? Or if it's not, and if it's not, then you have to make the decision to not make that move, unless you're trying to live a balanced life. If you going to the club is not helping you, but it's making you feel good, you're prioritizing your feelings over your purpose. You're not going to reach your full potential validating your feelings with a night out than for you staying in and working on your purpose or your business. You're not going to get nowhere in life lying to yourself. You feel me? A lot of people lie to themselves saying, they're going to do it tomorrow. They just need a little fun. They just need a little excitement today. And then tomorrow comes, they already used all the energy up going out. Now they have to recover from going out. And by the time they recover, it's time to go to work, or it's time to do something else. You feel me? So understand that prioritization is the balance in life. There's no true balance. There's only imbalance. And the best imbalance is to prioritize what's positive, what's best for you, what betters your life, what actually makes you feel good, Because you can fall victim to temporary pleasure, you feel me? That temporary pleasure of going out and having a drink. But when you get back home, your mind is racing. You're stressing about how you're going to get this done or how you're going to start a business. But you're not really prioritizing that. Why? Because you feel like you just need a little drink, I just need a little break. No. Every time you take that little break, you're going to need more breaks. You feel me? If the break comes, if you achieve something and then you could take a break, then you could enjoy yourself. But if you haven't achieved nothing and you haven't started nothing, what do you need a break from? Like, what are you trying to balance out? You feel me? You're already living a negative life that's already imbalanced from positivity. And you lying to yourself is only going to make positivity go lower and lower. So understand that there's nothing you could really do to balance out your life. Maybe later on in life, when you reach to where you're trying to go in life, then you could try to, and even at that point, once you become a millionaire or multimillionaire or a billionaire, then you could start putting in energy into other things. But for you to reach that billionaire status, you have to prioritize you, your business, your purpose, your passion. Nothing could come in between that. You feel me? And that's real. You already have to have that mindset like nothing could come in between or nothing could bring me back to where I started at if I really want to get to where I'm trying to go. You feel me? Once you get to where you're trying to go, then you can start trying to do other things in life, But until then, you have to stay focused. You have to stay prioritizing things that's better for you in your life. Better for your purpose and your passion and what you got to do in your business. The best way to live with priorities is to put your priorities before you, put your purpose before you, put your business and put your goals before you, put it before your feelings and your emotions and your energy. Because regardless, if you do it or not, time is going to pass. So, and time waits for no man. So understand that the less prioritization you have in your life is the less time you're going to put into what you're trying to do in life, actually trying to do in life, not just trying to have fun, Fun comes with what you do in life. Some people prioritize fun, but they don't understand that if you focus on your business and you work on your business, the fun is going to come regardless. Fun is not going nowhere. So understand that you have to do what's best for you. You have to make the best moves. You have to live an imbalanced life to get to where you're trying to go. You will not reach your full potential if you're out here trying to balance everything in your life. You have to pick what's more important to you. And you really have to not have too much emotional attachment to things or have too much feelings when you're prioritizing yourself. Because you might feel like you're the bad person. You might feel like you're doing something wrong just because you're trying to better yourself, And then you're going to validate them feelings and go back to the old you or go back to the person people want you to be. Just so y'all can be connected again, But if you understand that this is what comes with bettering my life or this is what comes with prioritizing my life, then you understand that you have to keep going regardless of how you feel. You might feel like what you're doing is wrong, but in reality, it's the best move. There's a saying that goes, sometimes the best move for you to make feels like the worst move. You feel me? So you might be feeling like you're bad in general just for bettering yourself, but bettering yourself is most definitely the best option. It's better than you trying to please everybody. You can't balance your life out. You can't please everybody. Please yourself and your creator and the universe. You feel me? Put yourself first. Put your purpose first. Put your passion. Put your business first. Put your family first. Not your family, because sometimes your family holds you back. But put yourself first, and then you can put things after, your purpose, then you. Or your business, and then you. And then people under you, Understand that there is no balance in life. The name was just clickbait. The true balance in life is living an imbalanced life. The good always outweighs the bad. It's always best to have more positive energy in your life than negative. You're not supposed to have the same amount of positive energy in your life and the same amount of negative energy in your life. You feel me? It's not going to get you nowhere. It's only going to drain you. And it's actually going to bring you to the negative side because you trying to be positive and negative. negativity is a more tangible feeling, so it will pull you back to the negative side. You feel me? Positivity is a choice. Negativity wants you to be negative. Misery loves company. Positivity is always there for you to choose. Negativity could just latch onto you just by you having a negative mindset, or you accepting that, yeah, I'm trying to be positive, but I might have to, balance out this negativity. It's not going to work. You have to pick positivity over negativity, because positivity is a choice. You feel me? Negativity is a choice too, but negativity is a more tangible feeling. Negativity can pull you in. Positivity, you have to be positive. You have to find that positive route. You feel me? Negativity is all around you. Everywhere. This world is very negative, so you don't even have to be negative to become negative. You could just be around people too much, or you could just accept negativity because the world is negative, and then you become negative. But understand that positivity is right there by negativity. It's just what you choose, the positive route or the negative route, And a lot of people take the negative route because everybody else take it. Everybody else is depressed. Everybody else is stressed. Everybody else have anxiety. Everybody else don't know what they want to do in their life. But you have to take the initiative and be like, I'm finna go see how positivity feels like, And it's not going to be easy, but negativity ain't easy either. So what do you want to do? You want to work hard to be positive, or you just want to live a hard life and stay negative? You feel me? So prioritize yourself. Prioritize what's best for you, the best moves. Prioritize what means more to you, what holds more weight in your life, what has more effect in your life. If you do this, how is it going to affect your life? Is it going to better your life? Is it going to bring you lower? Is it going to bring you closer to your dreams? Is it going to bring you further away? Is it going to help you achieve that goal, that money goal, or that mentality that you want, or that body goal? Or is it going to bring you further away? You have to prioritize things. You have to ask yourself questions. You feel me? Question every move you make before you make it. And if you want to, you go reassure yourself after you make the action. Like, okay, I just did this. It's definitely helping me out in life, or that definitely did not help me out, and then you learn from it, Nobody say you're going to be perfect, but you have to understand that the perfect mindset is to always be positive, regardless of what comes. You might fuck up, but keep that positivity while you fucking up, or after you fuck up. Just learn the lesson and you keep moving. Keep being positive, The same way you kept being negative is the same way you can keep being positive, And the more positive you are, the more negativity is going to want you to be negative. So you really have to stay strong and prioritize your positive side, because like I said, if you're trying to balance things out, with the wrong move, you could slip up and be very negative. You feel me? It could bring you all the way down to where you started at just by one wrong move. Just by you trying to balance out the positive and the negative. But if you prioritize positivity, one wrong move is not going to bring you down to negativity. And it's actually going to bring you more positivity. Why? Because you're going to take the lesson you learned from that negative thing, and you're going to implement that into your positivity, and you're going to gain more positivity. I'm ElyJoz. I'm grateful you allowed me to clear a part of your brain today. Peace and prosperity to you all. I'm out.